Yes guys, and welcome back guys to a brand new video guys, and in today's video guys we are going to be talking about Manchester United's last game that we went and played, Chelsea guys, away from home at Stamford Bridge guys. Before I start today's video guys, this video will not be fully edited due to the fact that our next game against Arsenal is on Thursday night, so unfortunately I don't have enough time to edit this video unfortunately, so most of this video will not be edited. A few things will be edited in this video and you'll see it in parts of this video, but unfortunately this video will not be fully edited due to the fact that our next game against Arsenal is in the next few days, so my apologies for that. But yes guys, let's get straight into today's game. And you know what, it was a draw against Chelsea, a draw that I would definitely take against Chelsea, that are the European champions as well. A brilliant draw for Man United especially. We've been going through the last 2 months, to be honest. The last couple of months have been dreadful, but we're getting there now. Michael Carrick still undefeated as a manager. Could be likely be Man United's manager on Thursday, especially with the Don Ralph Ranić in charge now. But yes guys, let's get straight to today's video guys. So we made 3 changes from the last game against Watford. Talking about the starting 11, so we started with De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Bailly, Telles, McTominay, Matic, Fred, Fernandes, Sancho and Rashford. Getting into the overall reaction now, cautious Man United frustrate leaders Chelsea and draw. We should have won. It's a good point though. It's disappointing, annoying and frustrating not to win. It wasn't good enough. A good point at a tough place to go. Chelsea will feel hard done by. Never a penalty. Where was the VAR check? Absolute joke. We knew we would have less possession, but we dug deep. United were staying tight and compact. We were frustrating Chelsea. United were relying on individual brilliance or a moment from somewhere. We capitalised on their mistakes. We needed to show better quality on the ball. We kept losing possession in silly areas. When we regained possession, we then lost possession. Chelsea controlled and dominated the game. We knew we would get chances. We had to take our chances and be clinical in front of goal. They made some great saves. Happy for Jadon Sancho to get his first Premier League goal. Some players had a decent game and some had a shit game. The game plan worked. The tactics worked, sort of. It was a fair result. Was it a penalty on Silva? Decision making let us down at times. We defended really well. Let's take that confidence and momentum into the next game. We played cautiously. Let's build on this now. First half poor, second half good. Overall, solid performance all around. Anyway guys, let's get straight into today's video. What did I make of the performance? I thought it was a good performance all round from Manchester United. I mean, I think it's slightly disappointing that we didn't win this game. I thought we should have won the game. I thought, you know what, if you take away that penalty, that should have been never a penalty in the first place. I don't even think Wan-Bissaka touched Thiago Silva. No way a penalty. So I think, you know, we should have won that game 1-0. And perfect. And at the end of the day, that was a game for Chelsea where, you know, they was not going to take the chances, and that would have been it. That would have meant a massive 3 points for us. But unfortunately, it's slightly disappointing and frustrating that we didn't win this game. But I think it was frustrating to watch as well, because the way how we were playing, and you know, there was no pressing from us as well, so slightly frustrating to watch, especially playing Bruno Fernandes in a false 9 as well. So I thought that with the game plan that we went out with, I thought it worked. And you know what, the tactics were there. I don't think they were spot on but I mean, some of the tactics I will say, you know, some of them were positive, but I don't think the tactics were great at the end of the day. But you know, we played cautiously from start to finish. The game plan worked, and you know, we got in a good position at half time. And you know, this was a game where we had to capitalise on their mistakes, and you know, they made a mistake, and Sancho got his first Premier League goal. Happy for him, 2 goals in 2, and pleased for him. I'm pleased for him that he's playing well now. And but yeah, we were frustrating to watch, especially because we just kept losing the ball in silly areas, and whenever we lost possession, you know, whenever we gained possession, we lost possession straight away. So we couldn't keep hold of the ball. That's why we need to show better quality onto the ball as well in the second half as well. So but yeah, I thought we frustrated Chelsea. We kept it tight and compact at the back. We dug deep and we had to put in a shift in against Chelsea. They're never easy to go up against. Obviously, the Champions League winners, European champions. So in a result against like this against Chelsea, I think it's a positive result. A draw against Chelsea, I think, is good for us. And I think that'll be 2 points dropped for Chelsea. So I think that's a good performance all round. I think Chelsea will be a little bit disappointed that they dropped 2 points. So I think in a performance like this, you know, it was a good performance, solid performance all round. Can't fault the defence though as well. I thought we defended fantastically. I thought we defended fantastically well at times as well, and it was a good point at a tough place to go to as well. And but yeah, it was just one of those games, and yeah, we played cautiously against them, and defending was fantastic. I thought in times the two centre backs at half the phrase, Lindelof and Bailly, fantastic in the game, and full backs were a little bit frustrating at times, but we did our job. The midfield was a little bit frustrating to watch, and the front two were just not pressing enough. But at the end of the day, we can take positives from this result against Chelsea. A point it is, and I'll take a point against a very good Chelsea side, a real good quality Chelsea side, so I'll take it definitely at the end of the day. If you ask me, would I take a point against Chelsea? Of course I would. They're a fantastic side, and Tuchel as well, who's guided them to a Champions League as well, so and won the Champions League as well. To go up against them is always going to be tough, so fantastic to get a good result like this against a very good Chelsea side with real quality players all over the pitch. And I think we got lucky because he had a load of players out as well, with Chilwell out, Lukaku out as well, Kante out as well, and you know, not all of their players were fully fit. So I think if they were all 100% played that game, I think they would have battered us. But I think a positive result against Chelsea like this is fantastic for some of these players, because they'll feel good about that, and every point counts, and we take it on to the next game against Arsenal now. Getting into the game now, I thought the first half kicked off. I thought you know, Chelsea had a much better start. I thought we did okay for the first couple of minutes, you know, but then I thought just Chelsea had better control, dominated the first half, all around us. They played with high intensity, high tempo, they were aggressive, got in between the lines, created some good chances. They made some great saves in that half as well. But we did see some good real quality defending from us as well. First time in a long time that we've defended well, so I have to praise the defence. I thought they defended really well as a unit, but I thought they defended well as a team though as well, and as a collective as well. So I thought they did well defensively as a team, as a collective, and then I just thought, you know, I thought obviously Chelsea were the much better side in that half. You know, created chances. De Gea, you know, sorted to the rescue, made a couple of fantastic good saves to keep us in the game as well. And then I thought, you know, they kept coming, kept pushing, but they just couldn't find that real quality, and you know, nobody was there to finish it off. And I thought they had some good half chances, some real good chances to go and go in the lead, but at least we went at half time, and I thought, you know, 0-0 was perfect in a game like this against Chelsea, and obviously getting the crucial first goal was going to be massive in a game like this. And yeah, I thought we got to half time, it was 0-0, and I thought that was a positive. When we went in, we could regroup then, and hopefully get ourselves together. We regrouped, we went out there in the second half, and getting a crucial first goal against them lot was fantastic, I thought. And obviously in the second half we come out, I thought, you know, pretty much the same. Chelsea, I thought, got on the front foot, created some good chances, but United were just waiting for that one mistake really. Tellez booted it up and Sancho capitalised and scored. Nice and composed finished for 1-0. And then I thought we were in cruise control. I think in a game like this you would probably see a 1-0 victory. And then I thought the game kept going on. I thought we defended well. They made some great saves to keep us in the game. And then, you know, game management was going to be key. Decision making was going to be key in a game like this as well. And then, just as, you know, we're sailing into the game at 1-0, we then make Wan-Bissaka. Does he make a mistake? Was it a stupid penalty to give them? And I think it was never a penalty. And we gave away the penalty, and they penetrate it and they take that chance and they go 1-1. And I think they didn't really deserve that goal, to be honest, because I think, you know, they might have been the better side, but, you know, they were not taking the chances, they were not clinical, and we should have definitely walked away with the 3 points. And slightly disappointing not to walk away with the 3 points, a bit annoying and frustrating. And But at the end of the day, I thought we played well as a team, and I think the pressing was just not there at times. But I think we got away with a good performance and against a very good Chelsea side. But it's a performance that we can say, we can take that one and move on to the next game. We can take some positives from that and hopefully work on the negatives and improve and try and win the next game against Arsenal. So you know what, good performance all round, but just unfortunate, bit unlucky, and it is what it is. We take a good point, and every point counts at the end of the day. Not the result we wanted in the end. United came with a game plan, stuck to it. The tactics did work, but could have been a little bit better in the game. I guess it was a hard-earned point against Chelsea. Oh yeah, of course, it's always going to be a hard point against Chelsea. The only teams that have took points off Chelsea this season is us, City, and Burnley. Getting a draw against Chelsea is obviously going to be fantastic, because don't forget, these are the European champions, the Champions League winners. They're pushing for the league this year as well. They definitely want to win the Premier League again, especially with Thomas Tuchel as well. And a game like this against Chelsea and getting a draw is fantastic, because you can take some positives away and you can go back to the training pitch and improve. Thought we were well organised in that game. I think it was a hard point against Chelsea. It's never easy, tough place to go as well. So I thought we did well against Chelsea. We came with a game plan, we stuck to it. Tactics were good in times. I could have criticised tactics a little bit as well. I think at the end of the day it was a hard-earned draw against Chelsea. Never easy to go up against Chelsea now this year as well, especially that the going away teams now like Norwich and that 7-0. I think getting a win against Chelsea is fantastic and it's positive. We will take that now into the next game against Arsenal. A hard draw and point as well. Every point counts. We'll take it at the end of the day. Chelsea, a brilliant side, pushing for the league this year. To take a point from there, they'll be disappointed with dropping 2 points there. I think it was a hard draw and a well-earned point, definitely for sure. Was it a fair result? It could have been at the same time. I think we should have won that game. I think we would have won that 1-0. At the same time, you were probably going to see Chelsea going to score a goal at some point in that game. They did have the better chances. Yes, they controlled the game and dominated the game all around us, created the better chances, had better possession. At the end of the day, yes, it could be a fair result, but at the same time, we could have been robbed of 3 points, but you can probably see them scoring at the end of the day with the players that they had on the pitch, that they tried to roll the dice and try and get a goal. So I think it was a fair result in the end. We should have won though. That's the kick in the teeth though, because we should have won this game against a very good Chelsea side, and if we would have won that would have been the turn in the run of games as well. At the end of the day, fair result. We got robbed and we should have won that game, definitely for sure. Was it a penalty on Thiago Silva? Definitely not. I think it was a dive. Anthony Taylor, I was watching that guy for the whole game, and he was giving free kicks that should have been free kicks, and he just played on. I'm surprised that Bold gave a penalty to them, because he's always shit in games like this. Chelsea fans don't like him. United fans don't like him. He's a Accrington Stanley bloody fan as well. Unbelievable. It was a dive. It was like the slightest touches on Silva. I think it's a dive. That's never a penalty. And where was the VAR check as well? That was embarrassing, to be honest, because that is never a penalty. Chelsea, they might be happy with the 1-1 draw, but I think they'll be still disappointed they got 2 points. It was definitely not a penalty. I can tell you that. People might have a different opinion on it. People might say it was a penalty. I don't think it is. I think it's never a penalty for me. Never a penalty. Never a penalty in a million years. You can watch that back over and over again, and I know that is not a penalty. And he knows it as well, Anthony Taylor. He just wanted to give it. He was great at acting that as well, Silva. There's bloody no contact. Unbelievable. Who is my man of the match? There were some players that had a decent game and some players that just had a shit game. I thought De Gea had a fantastic game. Wan-Bissaka was okay. The greatest game but I thought Lindelof was fantastic. Bailey was fantastic. Tellez did okay in the game as well. McTominay, I thought he was okay in the game as well. Didn't have the greatest game Matic was alright. I thought Fred was brilliant as well. Bruno was just not at the races. Sancho had a really good game, I thought. Obviously getting his first Premier League goal. Rashford was just not there either. I think I'm going to give this 2 players. I'm going to give it Fred and I'm going to give it Sancho. I think they're going to be both my man of the matches at the end of the day. How do we beat Arsenal? So obviously coming into this next game against Arsenal now, we know that this is going to be a well and truly tough game against Arsenal. We know the history in this game as well against Arsenal. It's never an easy game to go up against. I think Arsenal will come into this game as their FA Cup final. They've been flying recently, Arsenal as well. Obviously they had that lost to Liverpool, but then they picked themselves back up on the weekend against a good win against Newcastle. So, I mean, if you can't beat Newcastle, there's something wrong with you. So, I think at the end of the day, Arsenal are going to come into this game with high hopes, high spirits, with confidence. They'll come in with momentum as well, and they'll treat this an FA Cup final, and they'll definitely want to go for it again. And they know that what's at stake here. There's always a fantastic history in this game as well against Arsenal, and I think last time round this was a draw. Oh no, they actually just beat us 1-0. What am I on about? So, and the year before that it was a draw. So yeah, Arsenal just got us last year on a 1-0 victory. So I'd like to get these back, Arsenal. I think we should be beating a side like Arsenal. I think Arsenal, yes, they've improved under Arteta, but I think at the end of the day, you can definitely beat them. There are some weaknesses in that Arsenal team, definitely for sure. But I think Arsenal are doing well at the minute. But if we would have got them at the right time, maybe that would have been the time to go and beat them. But let's try, hopefully, beat them when they're on a good run of form at the end of the day. But I think Arsenal, they're very tight and compact. Defensively, they're very organised as well. Obviously, they've got the two strong centre-backs in Ben White and Gabriel as well. They're well organised as a collective, they're well coached, they stretch teams out, they get the ball out wide a lot as well, and they like to get the ball to Saka a lot as well. They put the crosses into the box. I think they're very good on set pieces as well. Their defence is not organised when the ball comes over the top as well. And there's a few things there that we can really expose their defence. I think the main thing to watch and what we've got to do a lot is to make those runs in from behind, and that's definitely one weakness that they're not good at as well, is the runs in from behind as well. And if we can keep making those runs in from behind, they'll get frustrated. We're going to make sure we have to cut back inside as well. And it's going to be a very good game now against Arsenal. And we've just got to watch out for the long ball over the top. Decision making in a game like this will be key. We've got to defend properly. Don't leave any spaces or gaps open. We need to be tight and compact. Defensively, frustrate Arsenal as well. We need to have the desire and close them. We need to have the desire to close them down. Set pieces could come into play. Capitalise on their mistakes. They do tend to make mistakes as well. Make the runs in from behind. We've got to be strong, committed. We've got to have a bright start, and we've got to have a quick and bright start to the game. Get an early goal would be crucial in a game like this, and also get the first goal in a game like this would be crucial. We've got to be aware of the reaction that they could come with as well. We've got to be aggressive, play with a high intensity, high tempo, play with energy and purpose, play with a high line. We've got to be ruthless, put the crosses into the box, stretch them out, play in between the lines. Don't afford to be lazy. Don't make mistakes in silly areas. Keep their front four quiet if we can. Play with fight, heart, passion, pride, commitment, desire and determination. We've got to create the chances, take our chances and be clinical in front of goal. We've got to be switched on at all times. We've got to be focused and concentrated at all times. When we're out of position, we need to be explosive on the break, commitment into the box. Don't be afraid to make a tackle. Fullbacks have got to be effective. Create the spaces, attack the spaces, be brave, take risks. Don't give the ball away cheaply. The midfield needs to close them down. Don't leave any gaps or spaces open, and make the right runs in the right channels, and that's the way how you beat this very good Arsenal side. Getting into the goals now. First goal, Tellers clears the ball, Jorginho tries to control it, makes a mistake, Sancho capitalised on the mistake, runs and shoots and scores for 1-0. Getting into the stats now. Possession for Chelsea, it was 65.7%, for Man United it was 43.3%, goals for Chelsea it was 1, for Man United it was 1, total shots for Chelsea it was 24, for Man United it was 3, shots on target for Chelsea it was 6, and for Man United it was 2, shot accuracy for Chelsea it was 25%, and for Man United it was 66.7%. Shots inside the box for Chelsea it was 17, and for Man United it was 1. Shots outside the box for Chelsea it was 7, for Man United it was 2. Total passes for Chelsea it was 586 passes, for Man United it was 318 passes. Pass accuracy for Chelsea it was 86.2%, for Man United it was 47.2%. Getting into the substitutions now. Sancho went off for Ronaldo. Talk about Jadon's performance. Did not get enough of the ball in the first half, and when he robbed Jorginho of it, he kept cool and put United ahead. Oddly hooked first. Rashford went off for Lingard. Talk about Marcus's performance. Fashioned a good opening for Sancho in the first half, but otherwise quiet and fortunate not to come off ahead of Sancho eventually replaced by Jesse Lingard. Fernandes went off for Van der Beek, talking about Bruno's performance. Michael Carrick put the run Portuguese on the bench. That's harsh. Samuel Lockhurst. Fernandes hook led to the breakthrough but required assistance from Jorginho. Next up we've got Arsenal. Arsenal are 5th in the table. Coming into this game against Arsenal, we know it's going to be a well and truly a difficult and tough game to go into. I think Arsenal have just sort of turned the corner in the results recently as well. To get them at this moment is going to be a difficult game. I think Arsenal would like to, coming into this game, they'll turn up definitely for sure. They'll want to perform for a full 90 minutes. They want to make sure it's their FA Cup final. I think in a game like this for United, we've got to make sure we play with heart, passion, pride, determination, desire. We've got to play with character as well. It's all from the heart, and we know what the history is behind in this game as well. Last time they beat us 1-0. I'd like to get these back. I think a team like Arsenal that are improving at the minute, would I take a draw? No. I think this is a game that we've got to win because we're at home. We want to try and impress now. This will be our first game at home under Michael Carrick as well. This could potentially be Michael Carrick's last game in charge as well before the Don Ralph Rangnick takes charge. Coming into this game, we've got to make sure we prepare well mentally, physically. We've got to go in the right mindset, the right mentality. We've got to go in with the right attitude as well. I guess that Carrick will make changes for this game as well against Arsenal. Arsenal are a very good side. There are weaknesses that we can try expose on Arsenal as well. Arsenal, they're a well organised side, well coached as well. Technically a good side in the last couple of weeks as well. Arsenal will come into this game all guns blazing. They'll definitely want to perform. I think in a game like this for us, we've got to make sure we turn up and perform for a full 90 minutes. We must defend properly. I think it'll be nice to sort of get off with a quick and bright start to this game, get an early goal, try control and dominate the game. And if we can try control, dominate the game and try get the second goal. And they've not been in that position this season where they've gone 2 behind in a long time. Well, yes, it happened just not long ago against Liverpool, but they've learnt from that result. We need to punish them, definitely for sure. They'll be up for this game, Arsenal. We need to be up for it. We need to turn up, perform well for a full 90 minutes as well. We've got to defend properly. We've got to be aggressive. We've got to be ruthless, play with a higher line, high intensity, high tempo, play with energy and purpose about us as well. They will love to see us get beat again at home. We've got to make sure that we don't let that happen yet again. We've got to go in this game now with confidence and the momentum. We're going to have to go with the right game plan, the right tactics. I think we can definitely beat this Arsenal side if we turn up and perform well. If we turn up and perform well, take our chances, score on our chances, we'll definitely beat them on our day. And if we turn up, we'll beat this Arsenal side. Arsenal scoring 1.2 goals per game. Arsenal conceding 1.3 goals per game. Arsenal have won 7, drawn 2 and lost 4. They've lost at Brentford 2-0, Chelsea 2-0, Man City 5-0 and Liverpool 4-0. And the last time they lost away from home was against Liverpool, was literally just not too long ago as well. And let's try and make that happen once again. Arsenal have the 5th best defence in the league. The players to look out for is Ramsdale, White, Gabriel, Tierney, Tomiyasu, Tavares, Partey, Odegaard, Smith-Rowe, Maitland-Niles, Konga, El Neni, Saka, Lacazette, Aubameyang, Pepe, Nketiah and Martinelli. Hope you guys are enjoying another video. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys in a video in the next couple of days. And peace.